About 13 and a half years ago, I started my channel with my first cop watch ever. During that cop watch, there was an arrest happening, and I got arrested for filming that arrest. I did not know my rights or laws back then and was given very bad legal advice. It was good personal advice, but it was horrible legal advice. I was told if I didn't want any more problems in Salem and I wanted to live happily in Salem, to just leave it alone and keep it moving with my life and lay low. I was not told that many of my civil rights were violated and that I could move forward with civil litigation. I was also not told that it was within my rights and within the law to do what I did, and I could continue to do it if I would like to. Because of my video, my charges were dropped the day of the trial, and the other kid was found not guilty through a jury trial. The police officer was also suspended for 15 days without pay. Some of you know about this incident, and some of you are new to my channel, so I wanted to bring you up to date on why I do this. This is Salem, Massachusetts, who I'm still dealing with to this day. The same police department that has given me over 70 interactions over the last 2.5 years. About 10.5 years after this incident happened, they still never learned, and they continued to harass me and other members of the public simply for exercising their First Amendment right, such as freedom of speech. I will be covering other stories on my backup channel, such as the chief's husband being in jail for of a prisoner that was in protective custody. So I'm going to go over this video, and then I'm going to go over a couple of the articles leading up to the trial and after the trial. All links to the original videos, Uncensored, will be in the description. Also check out all of my other social media platforms. I appreciate all of your support. Much love, respect, and appreciation.
Yep. Yep. You can't hit nobody. Back off. Let him do it.
Watch out.
Okay. We all seen that.
You want more pictures?
No. What? The cop was saying what?
Here's that cop going to tell the other cop that that friend is across the street.
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Yeah, now he has head bandages on and shit.
Okay, then come down the now.
Get out of here. Or you're next. Get the out of here now.
Come on. Come on. Hello.
I got it. I got it.
Hello, you guys.
I got it. No. I can do this.
I could not believe what I just recorded, as you could hear the excitement in my voice when I say, I got it, I got it. This was back in 2008 when camera phones weren't as popular and the cameras weren't that good, so I was carrying around a camera with me at the time, and I had thrown that camera to a friend of mine that was standing by right when I was getting cuffed. When I was bailed out early in the morning, when I opened up my phone, it was in the gallery, so they tried going into the gallery and deleting this video. This was their regular practice, and you can see why they do not want or did not want video. As the officer demanded the kid to get the F out of there, you can see him walking away, and he grabs the kid by the throat where you can hear the actual gurgle in his throat.
I got it. I got it.
Many lessons can be learned from this video right here. Although it was almost 14 years ago, you can see the couple times where I stopped recording, I was confronted by the police when they asked me if I was recording, and I got scared and stopped recording.
Watch out.
Okay. We all seen that.
You want more pictures?
No.
Although I did not know my rights or the laws, I did not see how it could have been illegal for me to film while I was standing out in public while the police did what they were doing. Imagine if I did not have this recorded and if the footage actually got deleted. The cops would have walked away as if everything was okay, and these kids would have been charged and the charges would have stuck. One of these kids would have lost everything at his college and lost a scholarship there. I'm going to finish this up by reading the first part of this article here and then reading more of the article of our charges being dropped and dismissed. All articles will be linked in the description. I thought it was important to go over this and just bring everyone up to date on why I really started doing what I'm doing and why this channel actually started 13 and a half, almost 14 years ago. It was because of cop watching and bad, corrupt, dirty pig tyrants. A veteran police officer has been suspended following an investigation into an arrest he made this fall during a downtown melee that was posted on YouTube under the heading Bad Salem Cop. Patrolman Lawrence Puleo received a 15-day suspension without pay for conduct unbecoming of an officer and discourtesy. He has been on desk duty since the October 17th incident and began serving the suspension yesterday. A Peabody District Court jury yesterday cleared a Swampscott man of disorderly conduct charges stemming from his arrest in downtown Salem last October after he was taken to the ground by a Salem police officer. It was just one of a series of setbacks yesterday for prosecutors and the police, who received significant scrutiny after a video of Patrolman Lawrence Puleo taking Travis Markarian to the ground in what he called a jawline takedown appeared on the internet. Puleo was suspended for 15 days without pay over the incident in which Markarian was charged with disorderly conduct and failure to disperse a riot. Before the jury heard the case, Judge Robert Brennan had already decided to clear both Markarian, 21 of Swampscott, and the second person, Thomas Madsen, 25, who had recorded the arrest video, of charges for failing to disperse during a riot. Brennan found that prosecutors could not prove that there had been anything resembling the legal definition of a riot in the early morning hours of October 17th as bars were letting out. He issued a direct verdict of not guilty before the trial got underway, and earlier in the day, prosecutors decided to dismiss charges of assault and battery on 2 police officers filed against Markarian's friend Michael Wormuth, 21 of Swampscott. Wormuth admitted that the prosecutors had sufficient evidence against him on charges of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. Those charges were continued without a finding for 3 months, after which they were also dismissed. Much of the morning was taken up with legal wrangling over the issue of whether prosecutor Colleen Cashman could prove the elements of each charge against the men. When the case finally got underway, Cashman urged the jury to convict Markarian of disorderly conduct, acknowledging that while Puleo was wrong, so was the defendant. 2 wrongs don't make a right, Cashman told jurors. It's a simple concept. She said Puleo gave the group that originally included Markarian, Wormuth, and another man, Christopher Burke, ample warning to leave the area. He and a fellow officer, Kevin St. Pierre, had already arrested Wormuth and Burke when Puleo spotted Markarian. Back in the area, he'd been asked to leave, Cashman said. On the Madsen video, Markarian is heard asking, "What did you arrest them for?" and why his friend had bandages on his face. He will tell you he's out of gas, he's frustrated, Cashman acknowledged of Puleo, who told Markarian to get the F out of here. But that, she said, did not justify Markarian's actions, including interrupting Stevens and smirking at the officer instead of obeying him and leaving. Can you believe the train of thought by this prosecutor? This is unbelievable. Markarian's lawyer, John Morris, argued to juries that Markarian was already walking away obeying the officer's order and had done nothing to justify being arrested, particularly in such a dramatic way. He called the case against his client an attempt by police to distract from the officer's own actions, comparing it to a situation in which an architect steers someone away from flaws in a project. A picture is worth 1,000 words, Morris told jurors, but a video tells a story. He played that YouTube video for the juries, who would see it a total of 3 times during the trial. The jurors, 6 women and a man, declined comment as they left the courthouse yesterday. Markarian also declined comment. Morris said his client simply wanted to get on with his life. Just imagine this whole situation, guys, without my footage. I didn't know my rights, I didn't know my laws, I just knew it was right for me to record the situation and to post it onto YouTube as soon as possible. I appreciate all of you guys' support, and it's been a long journey over the past 13 and a half, almost 14 years. I am very thankful that I came across other cop watchers and what is known as First Amendment auditors randomly 3 to 4 years ago and got really interested into this. Once I started watching these other videos, I gained knowledge in my rights and laws and grabbed my camera and went back out there. I hope you all are motivated and inspired to get out there and at least record whenever you see a police interaction. If not, go out there in an attempt to record police. I appreciate you all. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe to my backup channel and all my other social media platforms. I appreciate you all. Much love, respect, and appreciation.